The debacle between the very talented and beautiful Taylor Townsend, a U.S. Open tennis winner for her singles match, got confronted by a tennis Karen on yesterday. And if you don't know what a Karen is, it's someone who has a sense of entitlement. They believe that they are deserving of special treatment. Someone that is rude and demanding. They display that type of behavior, demanding to speak to a manager or confront, and public displays of anger, confronting others over trivial complaints, weaponizing privilege, calling the police on people of color for minor fictitious reasons. So that heifer right there pointing her finger in her direction of her face, Ostapenko, oh, that's the one. Let's see what happened.
Nah, it ain't gonna work. Not gonna, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna, nah.
Let the beat build. Let's go.
And applause goes to Taylor because she handled herself very professionally. She stood up for herself. She stood 10 toes down. She wasn't going to be intimidated by a likes of a Karen, a tennis Karen. But I really believe that white girl used the N-word because I had to look at it again and again and again. But right here.
Hell no. No, no. To the no, no. To the no, no.
Bombastic side eye. Criminal offensive side eye.
You know, I hope she didn't, but it sure looked like she did. And there was no need to get out of pocket. It's a game. It's a game. And see, she won this game fair and square. And the reason why she was acting all out of sorts, yelling at Taylor, is because of the money. See, there's a lot of money in these games. That one was almost $500,000. You better go ahead, Taylor.
What a money resign, what a money resign, what a money resign.
I understand that's a lot of money on the line, but there's something called professionalism. Because if it had to be me, it would have been a bop, 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 bop. It would have been a bop, 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 bop. And what did she do that was so wrong? She did absolutely nothing but be black and win.
Got him.
She told me that I have no education, no class, and to see what happens if we play each other outside of the U.S. And I said, I'm excited, bring it. So I can't speak on how she felt about it. That's something that you're going to have to ask her. I didn't take it in that way. But also, that has been a stigma in our community of, being non-educated and all the things when it's the furthest thing from the truth. And the thing that I'm the most proud of is that I let my racket talk. Because ultimately, I'm the one here sitting in front of you guys, moving on to the next round, getting the next check.
Bling, bling, bling. Bitches is mad.
And that's all it is. She just mad because she walked away with nothing, made herself look like a stupid fool, unprofessional. And you know what? Her community is going to reward her for her bad behavior. But it has revealed another side to her. She is definitely a Karen. Again, that I still looking at that. Something still ain't sitting right with me, but we gonna move on. So Taylor Townsend has been around now for a while. She is definitely a tennis titan, and she knows that she has had people who have helped to make the path better for her. For example, Lucy Diggs Slow. She was a tennis champion, one of the very first Black women here in the country. Later on, she became a president at Howard University for the Women's College. They just recently named a street after her in the district of Howard University. Then you have Althea Gibson. She was the very first Black person in America to win a Wimbledon championship. That is huge. That's like the crown jewel. And she made that accomplishment when all the odds were up against her. And she gave tennis the professionalism that it has always garnered with real athletes. She was an AKA member. And then, of course, you got now Venus and Serena. How many other doors have they opened up after Althea? These are women who have strived for greatness. They couldn't take shortcuts. They were underneath a microscope, just like Althea was, just like Lucy Dick Slow was, just like Taylor Townsend is. Now you got Coco Gauff. Of course, she is a phenom. There's so many new Black American women that are in tennis now that are knocking down walls. And when you come on the scene making a change, people do not like it. When you are not the assistant, when you are not the support, people do not like it. And they are going to give you a hard time, just like the situation with Taylor Townsend and her opponent. And these women are not asking you to make space. They're making their own space within this sport. And I'm so proud of them. And there are so many things that I've learned that Taylor Townsend has had to come across throughout her career. And one of the great things is that she became a mom. She became a mom to a really beautiful, a handsome son. And she had to deal with a lot of ridicule after giving birth because she'd put on a little bit of weight. And so they didn't believe her that she could win a championship after giving birth, but she did. And these are her support. This is her support team, her parents. They're educated. Her mom is also a trained tennis player as well as her sister. And then she even had time enough to develop a clothing line to fit the curves on her, and it came out on last year. She's won so many awards, so many trophies, so many championships in different divisions, and you can learn more about her at www.usopen.org, all of her stats, and just follow her. I'm so happy for her. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and I hope to talk to you soon.